Hello, Soldierboy here, and welcome to the channel update. Now, we are entering March. I can't believe it's already nearly here. We're nearly 3 months into the year. It's flown by so far. But let's talk about February first and foremost. We had February half term, which kind of limited our streams, and due to different issues, we didn't have any episodic content ready to go either. So February half term was a bit of a low point for the channel. It negatively affected the channel in quite a few different ways. But we're slowly building back up and getting back to where we should be. Now, we started and nearly finished the Uncharted series in our morning live streams. We just began Lost Legacy as of yesterday morning stream. We had about an hour of Lost Legacy after finishing Uncharted 4. Brilliant franchise, fantastic game so far. Really enjoyed them. I'm glad you guys voted for them, to be fair. Thoroughly enjoyed our playthrough of the franchise with just one more to go. We need to decide what's going to happen between Lost Legacy finishing and Assassin's Creed Shadows releasing. So Assassin's Creed Shadows releases 30th of March. We will be playing it, 20th of March, and we will be doing it on release that morning. There is a vote ongoing that ended this morning that I don't know the result of just yet, of whether we're doing it in morning streams, afternoon streams, or all of them. So once that vote is done, we'll know that side of things. But there is also another mode we need to talk about. So Assassin's Creed Shadows is releasing with two modes. You've got the RPG mode, where decisions you make yourself. You've also got the canon mode, where decisions are made for you and the cutscenes play out as they should do, according to the law. Now, you can turn canon mode on. Once it's on at the start of the game, you cannot turn it off. I don't know whether we should go RPG as we normally do and make our own decisions, or we go canon. I don't know the right way of doing this now that mode is there. Because part of me kind of thinks, well, if the mode's now there, what's the point in the RPG side? But I don't know. So we are going to have a vote before Shadows releases to make that decision. That decision will be made by you guys, as you guys make the majority of the decisions for the channel as it is. So look out for that vote. I can't say when it's starting, but there will be one shortly to decide RPG or canon mode for Shadows on the 20th of March. Elden Ring DLC, we're still going ahead with that. It's a tough slog, I must admit, at times. We can spend 3.5 hours and feel like we've made no real progress. But we are making some progress. It's just slow and it's hard. But that's the enjoyable side of it. When you actually defeat a boss you've tried beating 10 times and you finally do it, it is that satisfaction really is immense. So we'll continue on until we finish the DLC. There's a few bosses from the main game we want to go back and do, like Melania and people like that. I think that's her name. So we'll have a look at going back and doing those at some point as well. But yeah, we'll continue the DLC until we're happy we're done with it. Now we also need to talk about and decide, and there's going to be lots of votes coming up. Let's put it that way. So we've had a brief discussion on stream of Elden Ring. When we finish and Shadows finishes, because if that does take up afternoon streams as well, are we leaving the afternoon streams for games like Elden Ring? You know, games like Sekiro and things like that. The ones that are not my normal wheelhouse. You know, something that's going to really challenge me to really do well in, but should still enjoy anyway. Or do we just keep it? We vote for games as and when. I don't know. Obviously, we'll still vote for what games go on the afternoon streams after Elden Ring, but I am considering something that you guys suggested, which was making them kind of Sekiro. I can't think of the names of the others, to be fair, for the afternoon streams for after Elden Ring, and keep the morning streams for our story-based playthroughs as well. But I don't know. So we may have to vote and talk about that at some point in the near future as well. LA Noire. We finished LA Noire this past week. The final episode. It was an interesting finish, to be fair. I'm not too sure I was happy with the ending. It was a weird one. But yeah, a fun playthrough. Tricky at times. I really struggled to really pick out the people that were lying, to be honest. But because that's finished, you guys have previously voted for Metal Gear Solid. I think it's the first 4 games or something, and we got as part of the Master Chief Collection, something like that. So the first one begins as of next week, and we'll do them until we finish, and we'll do another vote after that. Talking of episodic content as well, I did previously mention this. I'm in an R-ing. There's games that I want to play that we don't have a chance to play live or episodically that I haven't even put onto the vote, to be fair. So things like Construction Simulator. and stuff like that. I really enjoy games like that, but I haven't had the time to play them. I am considering taking away one of the episodic content slot, so 2 episodes a week essentially, and doing something that I want to play in that regard, rather than putting it to the vote. It'll just be always my decision. I am considering that, but I haven't really decided how or when that's going to work, to be fair. But it's something I'm considering. Just want to let you guys know it's something that's on my mind at the minute. I keep going on episodic content. I've got a list. I'm working my way through it. Tomorrow evening, the last final episode of Michigan in Snowrunner finishes. It's been a long, long run through Michigan in Snowrunner. That's the first area, tutorial area, essentially. We've learned quite a bit. But that is ending as of tomorrow night's episode. And then we begin a brand new territory. We'll be in Alaska next, which brings its own challenges. I've already recorded some of it. Thoroughly enjoying it. Snowrunner's amazing, to be fair. So that's going to be going on for a long time yet anyway. Far Cry 5, we're still continuing on with the DLC Lost on Mars. That's ongoing. Now, I know a lot of you guys aren't watching it, enjoying it, and I kind of guessed after a little while you guys weren't interested in the DLC Lost on Mars. That's fine, but I'm going to finish it. We're still going to play it out. There's no point stopping the series halfway through. The DLC after that is the zombie one. That will also be done before we start the next Far Cry game. Whether it's got any views or not, I'm still doing it because it's still part of Far Cry 5. I think the next game to come after that will be Far Cry New Dawn, before Far Cry 6, I believe. But I need to double check that. But yeah, we'll continue with the Far Cry 5 DLCs before we move on to the next Far Cry game. Now, we have had some issues, and one of the reasons we haven't been able to keep up with episodic content very well is because I keep changing medication. We were on the morphine patches, but they were destroying me. So we moved on to tablet form morphine. We upped the dose because it wasn't enough, and the side effects have been quite severe. We recently changed again to another form of medication that's meant to be more severe than morphine, but better side effects, something like that. And side effects have been a bit different. Drowsiness is still really bad, but the nausea and the sickness and stuff has kind of dissipated, so that's good. I don't know if we'll be staying on this one because of the drowsiness. We may have to change to something else, which then becomes the whole changing over process again and trying to figure out what side effects we're having, what we're not, what can we cope with. It's a long process. It is affecting the channel more than I'd like it to, but I'm trying to keep on top of it and trying to, avoid it affecting the channel too much. It's mainly affecting the episodic stuff just because I'm just out of it after streaming and stuff. But all I can do is keep going, keep trying, and hopefully we'll get there at some point. So please bear with us when it comes to episodic content. We are trying to do what we can. But yeah, I can fall asleep or drop a hat while talking currently. Not fun. Okay, March. Assassin's Creed Shadows, I've already said it's coming out 20th of March. We'll be playing that on release. The RPG canon mode vote will go live at some point. But that is a big release in March, is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Something we're looking forward to. I've also heard we have a release date for Roadcraft. Now, this was a game I spoke about a little while back. Something that I'm keeping my eye on that I really like the look of. It's called Roadcraft. It's meant to be a cross between Construction Simulator and SnowRunner. Looks really good. Part of me wants to do it live on release, but I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys really want to see it or not. I may just get it and play it my own time, which I don't really have any of. But that releases 20th of May. So we've got till 20th of May to decide. I'll probably put it to the vote at some point. And you guys can decide for that one as well. Capture card update. I have one. I brought it. I just haven't set it all up. I went to set up the other day and got a little bit into it, and then started looking at OBS and stuff like that, and I lost the plot and fell asleep. So I need to get back into it. I need to get the capture card set up. It is a big part of making the channel. Taking it one step further, we do need that set up. So that's something I'm trying to sort out. Just bear with us as we try and get the time to do so. Now, one other thing I wanted to talk about as well is memberships. This has come up previously, and I'd always said I'm not interested because for several reasons. One, I've never really been able to afford to be a member of someone else's channel. But on top of that, I also don't see the point of being a member of someone else's channel when you can see everything for free. Yes, the memberships do lock stuff behind some content behind a membership. I get that, and that's fine. I never want to do that. all content on the channel I want to always be free. But we had some comments in stream about it, and I've also had messages afterwards concerning it. And we've had these kind of messages and talks previously, but they made some valid points. You don't have to lock content behind a membership, but it's a way of people showing their appreciation. And I get that. I just find it really awkward whenever money's involved, donations, super chats, that kind of stuff. I really appreciate it. I do. I just find it really awkward, and I don't know what it is. It's maybe something I've got to deal with, but yeah, it's a weird one. So I've made a decision. I'm going to put it to the vote, so you guys will decide in the next month, between now and end of March. We'll have a vote whether we do memberships or not. Now, there is a caveat to this. I don't know what else I can offer as memberships. I know you can get, I think it's different emblem for yourself if you're a member and all that kind of stuff. I have no clue. I need to look into it, but I don't really know what I can offer. I don't have the time to record just for memberships. So I'm not too sure how that would all work. But with that caveat in place, there will be a vote at some point in the next few weeks where you guys will decide yes or no, we have them or not. And then we'll leave it alone for a year until you guys start badgering me about it again, and then we'll just talk about it again. But I'll leave it to you guys. Like I said, I would personally vote no because that's me, and that's just how I feel about it. But I want to leave it to you guys to have your say. That was the one thing we also did in February that I was aiming to do. I've been working on behind the scenes for quite a while. Didn't really go the way I'd hoped, but we did have a game given to us for free to play and talk about how we felt about it. And that was Ocean Keeper. Now, this was a small studio that have released this game. I think it originally on mobile. It's on PC, Xbox, now PlayStation. I think it's released. And we streamed it. Unexpected stream because I got the key to it unexpectedly out of nowhere after it had been a little while of talking. And we played it for about an hour and a half. And it's not my kind of thing. You know, we weren't paid to say anything, so I could say exactly what I wanted. And it wasn't my kind of thing. But it's the first time I've ever done it on the channel. And I think that's something that I'm really proud of, is the fact we did have something like that happen. You know, we get inundated with sponsorship offers and stuff for loads of rubbish that we won't ever use, sunglasses and all that stuff that I'm never going to advertise because I don't use it. So it was quite nice to have something given to us and said, right, play it, see what you think. And I could just be honest about it. You know, you guys know I don't read reviews and all that because they're normally they're too one-sided. You know, it's a paid review essentially. This wasn't. This was more open, and I could be as honest as I wanted to be, and I think I was. We're not going to continue it. There's no reason to carry on playing it. It got very repetitive very quickly. But yeah, just wanted to just commemorate the fact we had it happen. Something I'd worked on. May not have gone the way I'd wanted it to. It wasn't a game we thoroughly enjoyed, but at least we did it. That's the important thing. So I think that's everything. I think I've got through my list. We've spoke about Half Term, Uncharted, Elden Ring, LA Noire, Metal Gear Solid starting, Final Michigan episode in Snowrunner, Far Cry 5's DLCs, Change of Medication, Membership Vote, Assassin's Creed Shadows in March, RPG or Canon Mode Vote, Roadcraft release. I think that's it. I don't even know how many subscribers we have. This is how little I check. I'm actually looking at it now as I'm recording this because I don't look at it. Just over 34,000. There is no target. We dropped about 150 subscribers over half term. I think it was something like that. It was something ridiculous. But that happens every school holiday. Easter is going to be the next school holiday. That begins, I believe, in April. It's a late one this year. So I'm hoping to have some episodic content ahead. So we don't have to have what happened in February half term happen again. We will have content. And I'm hoping to have days to stream as well. It's a bit of a longer holiday, so it's a little bit easier to organise. But again, it's a wait and see. But I think that's April this year, to be fair. It's always the thing. The channel's always going to be the same with school holidays. It's a tough time for us to stream because family and everyone's around. And I don't like streaming in front with them. You know, it takes away a room in the house, essentially, from everyone else. And I don't want to do that to them. So that is what it is. I think that's enough of me yabbering. I think I've done pretty well. I think that is everything. Let me know in the comments what you think about anything I've said today. And a massive thank you all of you for the past month. It's been an amazing month. I know been having my issues and my struggles with medication, and that has come across in the streams a little bit. I've been told, and I don't like doing that. But there's certain points you get to, you just can't avoid it. I think mentally we're in a good place. The channel itself is always in a good place because of you guys. So yeah, we're all doing what we need to be doing, but there are things we can do to improve, and we are looking at doing those with the capture card and stuff like that as well. But yeah, any comments about what I've said today in the comments, please let us know. More than happy to talk about anything. And I think that's it. So massive thank you guys for February. March is going to be an incredible month. Lots of things finishing, votes and decisions for you guys to make, and Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in a live stream very soon.